Hello, shiny happy people, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Cinema.Sewist, and on this channel, I'm creating a cinematic wardrobe utilizing a little bit of creativity and a whole lot of dedication. To me, it is the most wonderful time of the year. Right now, we are in the middle of Halloween season. Very much so in the middle of Halloween season. Matter of fact, I'm filming this right now, not even 24 hours before Halloween. Today is the 30th of October. And I thought I'd come on quickly and try to cobble together the video that is going to be my first Cinemake for 2025 and also my Halloween costume for this year. I was yeah, I was procrastinating very much so on this make. I don't even know why, because I'm still pretty excited about it. But it's just, I feel a little bit of overall exhaustion of this year. I don't know if it's a general thing. I feel a lot of people feel very exhausted. But irrespective of that, tomorrow's Halloween. I still want to do this. So I'm just going to tell you everything about the movie, the fabric, the patterns, and what my Halloween costume this year is going to be. So let's get right into it. Okay, so this year's Halloween costume is going to be the one that I actually wanted to make last year, but then I changed my mind, and I'm going to tell you about it why, and chose the Greta Gremlin instead. And if you want to see that video, I can link it in the description down below. In any case, this year I am finally going for making Immortan Joe from Mad Max Fury Road my Halloween costume of 2025. The story behind this is, first of all, I love Mad Max Fury Road. The movie came out in, I think, 2000. Well, I would have to, I have to check. I'm gonna just pop in the date because I'm everything's just melting at this point in terms of timings. I know that Furiosa, A Mad Max Tale, was released last year, I believe it was. Yeah, in 2024. And I love that movie too. And Immortan Joe actually is also in that movie, although he's portrayed by a different actor. But yeah, I love that intimidating figure of Immortan Joe. Just the whole appearance, and with that mask and everything is just so epic. And I was like, yes, I want to make that for one Halloween. And I even bought the mask last year for the costume. And then, like I said, I did not go through with it as a Halloween costume last year because I just did not know what to make in terms of a costume. Because if you look at Immortan Joe, I've shown a couple of pictures already, you will see that the especially the upper body contains, it's kind of like a plastic torso-y type of um yeah, it's almost like a body shield, like a soldier, because Immortan Joe is a soldier. um but it's, yeah, it's because this is going to be for my office Halloween party. It would not be office appropriate. In that case, it's not women appropriate either, because a woman just can't do that with a sheer torso shield, unless, well, I do live in Miami. I think some people may dare. I'm not, full disclosure. So I had to come up with a different narrative for my costume, which is I'm actually transforming this into the Immortan Jane instead of Immortan Joe, because yeah, I'm it's more like a warrior-esque type of situation that I'm going for. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from. And other than that, if you have not seen Mad Max Fury Road or Furiosa, I can highly recommend both movies. Both were directed again by George Miller, who created the initial Mad Max trilogy saga in way back in the 80s with Mel Gibson. Also great movies. I grew up with them, loved them. I think I love the two new ones even more because they are so creative, and I mean, especially Fury Road. That's just like from start to finish. You can't even breathe. It's that epic of a movie. Um, but yeah, I opted for this character simply because of the appearance, that really intimidating figure. And I think with my height and everything, I can pull it off. That's why I did not go for the look of Furiosa, even though I love her look as well. But I would not know how to make a prosthetic for my arm that looks like that for a Halloween costume, and overall the appearance. Just yeah, you could wear a bold cap and make everything black, and but I I just I'm so enamored with Immortan Joe's look that I really want to go for that. But let me tell you about the fabric and the actual costume that I'm going for right now. All right, so the fabric is this time actually going to be a lurex knit. So I'm going again with a knit. Last year for Greta Gremlin, I went for a knit fabric just for a simple, very elegant dress. I made the starlet gown by Gertie's Patterns. And fun fact, this year I'm using again a fabric by Kiki Textiles, and it's going to be patterns by Gertie. So I'm repeating the theme of utilizing uh, fabrics from Kiki Textile. This is going to be the one. This is the Lurex knit in, I think it's a bronze, gold bronze tone. Um, a little bit sheer, but I think I can get away with it using one layer. So full disclosure, this is actually the hood that I have already sewn together, and the pattern calls for sewing two hoods and then, you know, having them both sewn together and turned inside out so you don't see the insides. I think for the sake of this Halloween costume, because I'm probably in that combination, I'm never going to wear this again. I just made one layer. I could still think about if I want to keep the cap, the hood, this cowl hood, and make it a staple for a dress I'm going to wear more often, and then I would cut the second one. But for now, for the sake of tomorrow, I'll just keep it one layer. But yeah, this is the fabric. It's very soft. It's very nice. Kiki Textiles has really good, affordable fabrics, I must say, which is why I went for this one. I even have enough left. I'm just looking off to the side here on my cutting table because I still have it laid out. I need to cut some facings, I figured, for the top, which I'm getting to in a second. Um, but yeah, it's just very affordable, nice quality, and I think also perfect for a Halloween costume like that. And from the leftovers, I will definitely make. I think I'm going to make a Sophia dress again. I'm gonna be terrible, and I'm gonna make a Sophia dress because yeah, I'm always yeah, never. I'm always like drawn towards a Sophia dress. I love me a good Sophia dress. But yeah, this is the fabric, very nice, and I think it fits very much that female warrior type of look that I'm going for, like intimidating, but also yeah, if you imagine apocalypse and desert, and yeah, that's kind of the look I'm going for. And for the patterns, I am going with a little bit of a mishmash. So, as I said, I'm going with Gertie's charm patterns again. I'm going to fumble it a little bit together. My initial idea was to utilize the society dress, which came out, I think not last year, but the year before. I think it's from 2023, and I never made it, which is a shame because I love the pattern. I love the look from the very beginning, especially with that cowl hood. I was always like, yes, I want to make a dress like that. But then I was always also hesitant because I'm like, I don't know where to wear this. So that's why I probably didn't make it. In any case, I wanted to make that dress, But I was always also like, I'm not going to make the long version because I did last year. I did a long dress and I still have to actually repurpose that to make it a knee length dress and add sleeves, which was what I was planning on doing last year and I never did it. I still want to do that. Um, but also, my idea for the whole look, to give it at least also a little bit more of an appearance of, yeah, a warrior type look, is I want to wear boots, which is kind of adventurous too in the warm climate that is Miami. But I think for one day I can get away with it. I have some brown boots, like two different types of boots, autumn winterish style boots that I would like to wear. I hope they fit. It's been a while since I wore them. Again, live in Miami, never wear boots. But yeah, I wanted to combine that with the dress to give it more of this intimidating look. And so I decided, okay, I first was like, am I going to make the society dress skirt, but in knee length? What I really did not like is the go days for that look that I'm going for with the costume. So then Gertie released this month the Lorelei dress, which is it's inspired by the movie, I think Millionaires Prefer Blondes, with Marilyn Monroe and Jane Russells. And yeah, that I was like, I looked at the skirt, I was like, this is perfect. Like with the slit, the large slit, you have the you actually have darts. This is how this comes together in the front. And so I was like, that look actually works quite nicely for what I'm going for. So I'm going to fudge together the top, which is the society dress, with the cowl hood, and then that skirt. I have no idea if this is going to look good. Oh, and also the society dress typically has sleeves. I'm not going to do any sleeves. I'm not going to even finish this armhole in the end to give it more of that apocalyptic look. And again, I'm probably going to repurpose the pieces for other things. So I'm not particularly interested in making this a very polished, finished garment. And I think that's the only reason I can get away with doing this, like on the last day before Halloween. So that's kind of the plan I'm going for. Society top with the cowl hood, and then the Lorelei skirt. I'm curious to see how this comes out. You're going to be able to watch this now as I put it together. And yeah, wish me luck. Then the big thing is also tomorrow putting on the makeup early in the morning. Yeah, I do have the mask, like I said. I'm going to show this to you when I'm actually putting on the makeup, so keep a little bit of suspense. Yeah, and I'm super excited. I hope you are as well, and wish me luck. You're going to see how this goes now during this video. Okay, we have something. It is a dress. I am just selling this as this is the apocalypse, so this is unfinished and it stays like this. It's now close to 10 and I want to go to bed because I have to get up at like 4:30 to get the makeup on. But this is what it is. And honestly, I think it looks pretty good. So let me show you. So this is the hood, obviously. You can also take it down. I did put on the facing, but I think I put it on incorrectly. I just tacked it down, so it's gonna stay for tomorrow. And yeah, I really like the Lorelei gown skirt. I think this is really cool. I wanted to actually fold this in the seam allowance and use some hemming tape to make it better, but I think I'm going to leave it raw. I'm just like, yeah, just leave it as it. People are not going to notice anyway. I know you folks who sew are going to be like, okay, this is really, uh, it's not badly done. It's just unfinished. And I only used, like for the Lorelei skirt, I only used the one layer from the knit. So there is no lining. And that's the thing. I'm not fully finishing this right now because I don't know if I want to keep it with the society bodice. I might do the proper Lorelei gown bodice, just take this off and replace it and then do the full lining. So I like this skirt so much that I want to actually make this a fully finished one after Halloween though. So not for now. I do have, gotta think now where I put it. That's funny. I was trying to be clever. And then now I wasn't clever because I'm very tired. So this is repurposed. This is actually from my pinhead costume from 5 years ago. And I still have this. This is like the torture tool belt. But I also think I could wear this tomorrow for the Immortan Joe look, just to give it more of that warrior appearance. It's not authentic, sure, but hey, I think it works. I think it works. And it fits nicely. It's like, yeah. So that is what I'm going to do. And then, of course, we have the mask. Show you the mask quickly. Maybe that makes a little more sense then. But it's also because this mask is not very comfy. I am going to also do that lower part of the face makeup. So yeah, that's what that's going to be. But now I'm going to bed and you'll see more tomorrow morning, the morning off. Hey voila! This is my version of Immortan Joe, Immortan Jane, how you want to call it. This was a lot of work. It took me now almost an hour and a half to get to where I am now, and I'm gonna stop. I don't know if I'm gonna put some of the stage blood on there. I might, yeah, just for a little more effect, a little more gore. But yeah, this is it. I am very happy with this. I think it looks good. If you the put the hood on top, if I find it, there it is. Right? Yeah. This is the whole look. This is my Cinemake, my Halloween wake for this year. Yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures now, but I love it. I like it. This is really cool.